What up? Gons here. Gonna show you guys a track that I made in here because I know some of you have asked me about showing how I would make a house track. So this is one that I did, and I'm gonna show you guys how I did it. So I'm just gonna go with the samples that I have. So I'm just gonna kind of go down the list on here. And remember, I'm gonna have these on timestamp. So if you want to skip ahead as far as me breaking down more of the scenes, it's gonna go like this, it's gonna go like this, go like this. So here we go. So these are like the drums that I use. I'm just gonna solo this. Pretty simple, kind of typical, 4 on the floor. These little reverb, little snaps. And then I have this other kind of kick drum happening here. Kind of has a little hi-hat or a little crash on top of it. And then I did this little velocity, like a double kick, but didn't make it exactly 100. So remember, if you want to do a velocity change, all you got to do is hover over it and you just hold down the command key. And then on your mouse, you can change the velocity levels like that right there. So I'll do 78. It's all good. So that there. Let me go into another section here. This probably might be muted for this section, but it's all good. Let's see. So we have that, we have that. So there's like another little drum loop. Kind of like those 16 beat kind of hi-hats, kind of a sucker for those. So that, and then I had this like percussion sample here. I'm just give you an idea. Very espionage-esque. But it worked really good in context of what I was doing. And then these are like the main chords that really built the song for me. So I kind of had to do these little chops because they weren't actually hitting at the end of every bar like I wanted to at first. So I just kind of did these little chops in here. So essentially I'm trying to like skip these little parts here because it won't land on time. So I just did simple chops to just get right to that point right there. So there's that there. Then I have this other kind of house hi-hat. Classic little house hi-hat pattern. Another one here. I guess the motto is you can't go wrong with too many hi-hats, but I mean, you can. It's just being careful with it. Like, you know, classic offbeat hi-hat. A little percussion fill. Just found this really cool, like, piano reverb thing. Did some effects to it, but it just kind of added an extra layer that I was going for. I use this for like little voxes here and there. Bass. Can't go wrong with the bass. Another kind of like top loop. Or like a top loop, like a little break right there. And again, I don't use these in the entire track the whole time. It's just in certain moments that I feel like I want to either add more energy, add a little bit more flair to the percussion. That's when I start adding it to those sections. It's all about experimentation. There's like kind of like our snare buildup. Kind of a classic snare building up, pitch changing, and then kind of like, boom, just kind of goes out the way, introduce whatever you want, and then go into your drop. Then we have these little
I never known anybody
vocals.
like you, and now you're always on my mind. I can save you from your nightmares. Just give me a little love, la la la. la la love, la 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 love. Just give me a little light, la la.
So I kind of worked with that set of vocals in different sections to kind of build kind of my song structure for that. Then we have a yo, can't go wrong with a yo. And then for this kind of like sweep effect here. I'll use sounds like that just to help me go through different transitions a little bit easier. Other kind of like reverse crash. Classic transition sound. Then in arcade, I had this kind of guitar ARP kind of thing going. So I used the warm cocoon, and then the other one was G. Oh, that's kind of solos together. And with arcade, these top keys, that would kind of be the black keys. These are like modifiers to the sounds. So I was using this kind of like stutter, kind of looping, like micro looping effect modulator to basically just kind of loop these guitars. So that's why you'll notice that if I only play this note here, it's going to play all the way. But in context of what I was doing, I didn't want that to happen. So I added the little modulators on there. So when I play it, now it's just looping that first little section. Cause that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted for that. So that's how that worked. Shout out to Arcade from Output. Get links in the description for that one there. And then we have an effect here. I'll tend to use sounds like this just to add more impact to, say, a drop or a crash, or I'm getting out of something else. Kind of like just an impact moment. Then I have this fill. Can't go wrong with the fills there. Felt like adding a clap. Just an extra one. Downlifter. Another impact hit. And lasers. Can't go wrong with lasers. So yes, that is my collection of sounds. So now I'm just going to go into how I broke down the song, like I showed you guys in the beginning, and just kind of guiding you through the process of how I did this. So here we go. All right. So super important is if you are stuck on the creating sections or just getting loopitis, which we've all had and maybe still deal with. Sometimes it comes across, my way here and there, is to really just start building and renaming scenes to help you out. So that when you don't see everything saying scene, you're not completely lost. So this one is called REL intro. I've skipped over the A by accident. It's supposed to just mean real intro. So that's what it actually stands for. So with the intro here, let's start at the beginning, drag this over. Just wanted to have the groove already going, just because I was kind of thinking of it as a DJ, like I would want to have kick drums happening already with the chords. So that's what I did. Then introduce little vox samples. So with that one, that was this here. Give me this one here. Just having a little fun processing that. On the effect with that, I was using Nectar, and I was just applying echo to that. Nectar is like a vocal processor from Isotope. Works really well. Added a few things to it. Didn't go super crazy on it. I just needed to bring the level up a little bit and take some of the plosives out of it, the P's and S's from the vocal. Now you're starting to hear this piano coming into the track. So as you can tell, there is a purple fader, which normally it's going to be this simple black and white. We have this purple fader letting you know like, hey, there's automation happening. So I did a volume automation, a super easy slope. So I just made a point at the very beginning at the 0 point and just got it to a level that I thought would be good to get there. So when you notice on here, if I solo this, you're not going to hear it at the very beginning because I automated this. So pay attention to this fader here. See how it's starting at the bottom and then gradually coming in. Because I just wanted to build anticipation of like, okay, bringing in this specific instrumentation. So we have that. So I'll start from there. So just keeping this groove going for this moment, then we're going to go into the switch.
I would fix all the problems that we made it.
So I did a little subtle thing to get into this vocal. The biggest difference between this scene, this one here, and this one here, or this one here and this one here, is at the very end of that last one to go into this main vocal, I added this little hi-hat fill right here. So I'm going to solo this. Again, sometimes it can be just little subtleties. We'll have this issue where we want to make all these crazy changes. And then what ends up happening is there's no solid structure. It's just a bunch of crazy ideas that didn't really form together a smoothness together. So if I loop this, you're going to hear this little part here. That's all I wanted. Just that simple. It gives me just a little slight variation from the other one to create movement in the track. This was one of the biggest issues I had when I first started. I felt like I had to make everything so crazy different that I kind of lost the song in a sense, where nothing felt jointed together. Everything just felt like it was a bunch of different ideas and the listener didn't know what to grab onto. The listener was totally confused because they were like, is this, because I remember I would do stuff and people would say, is this like a new beat now? And they used to get me so flustered because like, no, I was hoping that it would be a change that you were like, oh, okay, cool, it's going into this. Not knowing that I had to have something that they can at least latch onto so their brain can still process that it's still the song. I think that was the most difficult thing for me to get over. And sometimes, you know, simpler the better. So we're just gonna go right into this vocal. Oh, my bad. Play it from here. Go.
I would fix all the problems that we made in the dark. Baby, tell me a story, I can help you tonight. You and me, we are stronger, there's no reason to worry. Let me know how you feel, baby, this love is real. I would fix all the problems that we made in the dark. Baby, tell me.
So this is all just the build-up section with the vocals.
There's no reason to worry. Let me know how you feel. I never known anybody like you, and now you're always on my mind. I can save you from your nightmares. Just give me a little love, la 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 la.
So all of that was just meant to get to this, which I could have called build up, but I called it breakdown filter. Which I guess wouldn't be the typical, but I liked how the vocals were how that person was kind of telling a story with the vocals. So I thought it just made more sense to kind of use it as like a verse to then go into like my actual buildup of the, drop, so to speak. So that's where I took a lot of the drums out, and I did a lot of mute automation because I was a little lazy doing that. I'm definitely going to make a video just on using mute automation, so be on the lookout for that. So essentially what I did was, instead of having to take away and delete every single, like if I made a copy of this, which is what I did, I made a copy of all this, but if I didn't want to delete everything, my lazy way of doing it is just to click on the whole track itself, go to the mixer tab, mute, and I can create a mute automation. And I just told it I want everything muted. So just made it a little bit easier for me. Could I just made a brand new scene without any of it? Yes, I could have did that. Or could I just cleared everything out? Yes. But this is just a simpler way for me. So whatever way works for you, go for it. Just wanted to show you how that works.
I would fix all the problems that we made in
So again,
the dark.
took the drums out.
Tell me a story, I can help you
Just with the
tonight.
vocal
You and me,
and
we
the
are
sample.
stronger. There's no reason to worry.
And we're starting to
Let
build
me
it
know
back
how you
up
feel.
a little bit.
Baby, this love is real.
Now we got everything going.
Problems that we made in the dark. Baby, tell me a story, I can help you tonight. You and me, we are stronger. There's no reason to
Gonna go into another part of the
worry.
vocal.
How you feel.
Little fill.
I never known anybody like you, and now you're always on my mind. I can save you from your nightmares. Just give me a little love, la la.
Now on this little vocal section near the end, I did this other type of automation. Shout out to Joyride, super dope bass house artist. I would see him do a lot of these things where he would filter out a lot of elements to then go into another section. I thought that sounded so cool. So what I'm referring to is, you can see here that I have a filter automation where it's going to go from where it is normally to now you see this knob. Once I get the yellow out of the way, there we go. It's up to a high pass filter. So let me give you an idea. See how everything filters up? So I did it to that. And I pretty much did it to every single sound minus the vocal and a few other elements. Like with this one too. Did I filter that one? I did it with just that one, but you can hear it big time. Oh, I did it with the chord also right here. It does the same thing. It's just that subtlety. It just gives you that thing of like, okay, something else is about to happen.
And now you're always on my mind. I can save you from your nightmares. Just give me a little love, la 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 love, la 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 love, la la la. Just give me a little
Now we have that snare buildup right here.
just give me a little love,
Now we're into our section.
just give me a little light, just give me a little love.
So this is our main part of the song. So all of the majority of our elements are here.
Just give me a little love.
Took the vocals out. Little boxes. Just a little change right there. Now we're going to go into this little break section. Now it's just drums, just a groove right here. That's where I started adding all those rest of those little top loops and everything, just because I wanted this just to be a part where I was kind of looking at it like a breakdancer mentality, or, you know, kind of just having the solid groove, not really much vocals in there, just so that someone can just get down to it. So sometimes put it in the mentality of like someone that's dancing. Maybe you want to create this little section, Doesn't have to be anything like ridiculously long. It's just I wanted to have a little groove where I thought I wanted no vocals on there. It's kind of the fun of it. You can kind of make it whatever structure you want, as long as there's structure to it. Vocal in there just to let it ride. Add more of the hi-hats. So with that vocal there is near the end. I added this like long echo to it. So it just goes like a crazy long amount because that's what I wanted it to do. So when you have those echoes like that, you have to make sure that with that echo, let me see here, let me double check. Oh yes, so you have to make sure that you keep the depth of the echo on the next scene without the chop being there so that the echo can decay into the next one. Because if not, it cuts off. So what I mean is when I play this break, it's gonna say this love is real. The next scene, if I had the depth down, the echo would stop. And I didn't want it to do that. I wanted the echo to just to keep traveling through here, just almost like a down lifter in a sense. And then I'm gonna take all the instrumentation away. So basically I'm just going from this high point, bringing it down, and then just ramping it back up again. You have this long echo reverb into those guitars from the arcade loop. It's just this brief little change, kind of reset, and then we're just going right back into it.
I would fix all the problems that we made in the dark. Baby, tell me a story, I can help you tonight. You and me, we are stronger, there's no reason to worry. Let me know how you feel, baby, this love is real.
Just made this a little bit of a longer kind of breakdown section. Reversed it.
I never known anybody like you, and now you're always on my mind. I can save you from your night.
Let me break that down real quick on here because I just realized I didn't talk about that. So let's see here. A cool little trick if you want to have this kind of sometimes I'll reverse things to create a kind of Vox sample out of it. So this reverse little fill here is S. So if I want to create that kind of like tone, what I do is I'll take the sample, reverse it, and I'll move this tempo to -75, which sounds crazy, but in the context of that and using like a reverb plugin, shout out to Valhalla, they have an awesome reverb plugin. I'll link that too. It just gives you this really nice like ambient tone that what I wanted for that moment. And then lets me move on to the next one. I was gonna sweep like that, and then go.
I never known anybody like you, and now you're always on my mind. I can save you from your nightmares. Just give me a little love, la 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 love, la la.
Get another little breakdown, and then we're gonna go right back into it.
Just give me a little love.
Boom. There we go. And just kind of re-added these scenes to over here.
Just give me
added that little ambient effect. I just kind of added this other little alternate groove section. Alternate vocal section. And then I just made this long outro so that like a DJ could blend out of this with no problem. Again, just want to have this section here just so that the drums can rock for a while, and it just makes it easier for a DJ to get out of it. Because I want to have these people play this, but make it easy to mix out of it. And that's the song breakdown. So I appreciate you guys checking it out, man. And then there's our outro. If someone just wanted to play it all the way through on there. But yeah, that's a breakdown of everything on this track called This Love Is Real. I'll put in the link if you want to just, check it out. And with that, I'm Gons. Hopefully this helped you out on trying to make, some house tracks and just kind of peeling the layers away so that you can see that it is possible to do it in this software. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up. And with that, I'm out. Take care, guys. Peace.
There's no reason to worry. Let me know how you feel. Baby, this love is real. I will fix all the problems that we made in the dark. Baby, tell me a story. I can help you tonight. You and me, we are stronger. There's no reason to worry. Let me know how you feel. I never known anybody like you, and now you're always on my mind. I can save you from your nightmares. Just give me a little love, la 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 love, la 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 love, la 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 love. Just give me a little light, la 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 love, la 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 love, la 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 love. Just give me a little love, la love, la 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 love, la la la. Just give me a little light, la 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 love, la 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 love, la la la. Just give me a little love, la love, la 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 love, la la la. I would fix all the problems that we made in the dark. Baby, tell me a story, I can help you tonight. You and me, we are stronger, there's no reason to worry. Let me know how you feel, baby, this love is real. I never known anybody like you, and now you're always on my mind. I can save you from your nightmares. Just give me a little love. La 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 love. La 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 love. La 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 love. Just